girlfriend Courtney, right? And when these athletes and women get together, man, it's just something crazy that happens. He was young and he was in love really for the first time. His first real love. He already had a baby mama, but that was young. That's young love. But this is him being a grown man out in the world dating. You know, now he's Lonzo Ball. He kind of had the first girlfriend, his baby mom, when he was in high school. And he realized it's a lot of other chicks out here. So once he hit that stride, then he got with Allie through her friend Courtney, and he felt the connection. And there was this sense of this is for me. You know what I'm saying? So coming up in the day, the person that was with him and around him the most was his boy, his homeboy, you know, Jordan Clarkson. Like that was like the OG. I'm serious. That was his go-to guy for everything to guide him through. So his OG, who ain't really that older than him, but he's older than him, is Jordan Clarkson that was helping him out in the NBA, especially when he was playing on the Lakers. I mean, that was his homeboy. I mean, they were tighter than anybody you knew on the team. And, he was always like little bro. And Lonzo was his guy. So for anybody to see it any other way would be crazy. Like they were like brothers. They hung out a lot. He hung around the family. And it's not a lot of times they brought him out to the family. But Clarkson was there before LeBron, and he always looked out for Lonzo. That's just how he kept it. And they were the young nucleus on the team, doing their thing. So he knew what it was like to be the first round draft pick and brought to a situation that didn't normally make any sense. So to know the agenda of things, it's pretty much crazy how things turned around. From hanging out in circles and partying, and as Lonzo ended up leading Jordan up first, then Lonzo left, but Jordan Clarkson was still around in the off season where he was, put as those situations happened and players were dealt out of the way and moved around. And once he went to New Orleans and all of these things, Lonzo life changed. He got a fresh start in New Orleans. He got better. They actually helped these guys, but Jordan relationship changed. Jordan got into the partying crowd. He got into the fashion world where Lonzo didn't go that route. Lonzo didn't go to the fashion world too much. He mostly stayed into the, rich suburban hip hop skateboard culture and video gaming culture. And that was pretty much it for him. He was not that guy, but the girls he would make and would come and date him in Southern California, these girls that go to the game, these are girls that come up off of Instagram. So Jordan Clarkson basically told him how to get the girls that would find the other girls and basically recruit them for you. So Courtney's sister, Allie, who was an Instagram model who had a Fashion Nova deal. So he was like, well, she's getting paid already from Fashion Nova, so she has her money coming in. So she's not going to be really trying to hit you for money. You want to find one of those that understand the process. That ain't going to just react and be on social media trying to exposure. So Lonzo Ball basically abandoned his girlfriend that he dated since high school and said, "All right, this is it. I know you got my kid." And, everybody felt that she had the baby on him, to try to keep him. Like, you had this baby to try to keep me. That wasn't the case. She just wasn't, you know, there was just no real interest there. You feel me? He just outgrew the situation. So as things started to turn, so did the friendship between Jordan Clarkson and Lonzo Ball. Because Jordan Clarkson got jealous off the celebrity that Lonzo was getting in the places he used to get. He used to get all the love in certain places in LA. And Lonzo show up now. Now Lonzo's the star. Now he's got a beard, got it lined up. Jordan felt some kind of way, you know. So while his career and stuff was in limbo, he had to change and adjust. He had to up his game. And him and Lonzo, shared some words. LaMelo shared some words with him and the whole Ball family. They don't really deal with Jordan Clarkson at all no more. He gets no love over there. Like, they don't even be in the same area. And I hear it's in Lonzo's contract, LaMelo's contract. Like, they don't want to play with Jordan Clarkson at all. Like, if it's an all-star game, they'll do it for an all-star game. But other than that, they're not playing basketball with Jordan Clarkson unless he's on the other team. That's it. Other than that, they want nothing to do with him. And it's understandable. It has always been understandable that that is the case, the notion, everything. So, yeah, it goes down. So, he's watching Lonzo with Courtney's girl, and Jordan talked to Courtney too. He's friends with her. He was like, Lonzo's with Allie? Man, like, damn. He's like, that's foul. Because, I wanted to date Allie. I wanted to talk to Allie. She was like, Jordan, you don't like Allie like that. You didn't want Allie until you see her with Lonzo because her and Lonzo Ball were close. They posted pictures, and once they went like IG official, it was a thing. Now, like I told you, Jordan Clarkson did everything in his power because of his jealousy of the ball. And he went into Utah situation with a whole new diet, a new workout regimen, everything. Because Lonzo's got this big contract, and he felt like, and he was talking shit to people they know, like, man, I bust his ass every time we play. He can't guard me. He can't do anything. They got this Facebook following, so because they on Facebook, he was like, man, I'll bust all three of these brothers' ass at the same time. So Clarkson been hating on these dudes because he think he's better than them at every level. Like, these are like my little boys to me, and they gave them all the big money contracts. And he was like, Lonzo, he's done. Like, he was telling people that Lonzo knee was done before he went to the Bulls. When he was with the Pelicans, he was like, oh, his knee is done. He ain't never gonna be the same. He was with the Lakers like that. He was telling people they knew. Then when Lonzo hurt his knee in Chicago to the point where he was out 2 years, he had went through some dark times and dark spell, so during one of those points, he separated with Allie, who fell for the BS manipulation Jordan was trying to pull, like he was friends with Lonzo. The whole time, he just wanted Lonzo's girl. He wanted to take Allie from Lonzo to try to prove he's still that guy. So when she went over there to Jordan after Lonzo blew up on her, they went to date. He got his sixth man of the year. Lonzo was like, "All right, I'm gonna take Jasmine Bree." He went out and got another girl, Jasmine, and I'm gonna show him. She just replaceable. So he went and got with Jasmine after they had they fight and broke up. They went with they separate people. But Jasmine broke up with him and went with Jordan Clark. And they got into the fashion world. You see, Lonzo was ticked and things went they way they actually talked because he was hurt. He was alone in his house and they found their way back to each other. But Jordan Clarkson, man, he vicious. He took the girl just to get mad back at Lonzo, but she was like, I've learned my lesson. You've learned your lesson. We can move forward. So now they've been together ever since, and they still riding strong. And she helped him throughout his rehabilitation, and everybody was like, he bought you a Tesla, and then you left him and went over to Jordan Clarkson. So this is just the reality of what they're doing, dealing with these two. So those two are like the best of friends, and it worked out. So now he don't have to go run around with these other like girls and all this other stuff. Now he's got a re-signed contract with the Bulls. He's not worried about Jordan Clarkson, who's still spiraling, going through Instagram models. He's happy. They cheated on each other, and he found his way back to the one that he loved. So that's just one situation. This happens all throughout the league, y'all. These people, they talking about these hoes ain't loyal. Shoot, none of these women are loyal, dog. This is a game they do from entertainers, athletes. It's nuts. And let's not forget his brother, LaMelo Ball. Everybody was like, who is this girl that he's always with? He's always showing and he's always showcasing. Well, that person is Anna Montana. And Anna Montana, who is Annalika Chavez, she came up before she found this guy that's 13 years younger than her. She used to date all the rappers in the business back in the day. She almost split up T.I.'s marriage with Tiny, a lot of stuff back in the day. She's for the streets. But, LaMelo is the youngest one she's gotten so far. And she's deep in her 30s. And, Melo is, experiencing this for the first time, being young. And this is right up his alley. So he's having fun. But he's not the subject of this conversation. Nope, not him. See, she used to date a professional football player known as Axel Winsett from Belgium. So you know how serious they are, right? So when she was dating him, that was like back in the day. In soccer, they traveled to other countries and they had to play Real Madrid. There was another player on the team that was interested in her, and she saw a chance to get with somebody on a bigger platform, a superstar player when she was just slumming it with Axel. This allows Axel to have a bitter feud with the French football star, and it led to a lot of problems. And it was going to lead to a big major fight between the two, as he felt disrespected, as he said, "Hey, you met her through me. She was with me when you met her, and you just felt like you could take her because you could take whatever you want." So, people have a problem with that. It feel like a betrayal, and overseas, you could be killed for such an action. It's just they take things a little differently, and the laws are a little lenient there. But Kareem Benzema is the person that she was with, and because of it, it led to a massive, massive problem between the two. And the Ghana people was all talking about it, and as it became a big international shock, she went like globally posting things everywhere about it and was like, "Oh my God, it's everywhere. This new stunning woman." And it was like, well, damn, that was quick. She had no feelings. It was like
Yeah, I
she
mean
was
it's
pregnant.
always cool to be able to play in front of a sitting president, someone that is at the top position in our country. And so I didn't see that clip, but obviously it's cool to hear that he's seen me play football and respects the game that I play.
Is there a game maybe that you replay in your mind more often than other games, whether it's a loss or a victory, that maybe a game that keeps you?
So without the subtlety of a shotgun, this led to friends of Kareem Benzema actually almost stabbing one of the friends and family members, I guess, of Axel from Belgium. They got into a bar fight over this girl, Anna Montana, to protect each other. These women, she went to another country to go grab her. And he was doing all of this to rub it in his face because he's the superstar. And she got fame off of it. This Anna Montana, when Rihanna was the one that got all the attention when they were in New York, and it was like, oh, he's with Rihanna, they're dating. She's dating the French star, and Anna Montana ended up being the one that he ended up with. So now here in America, we don't know who the hell this dude is. But internationally, oh, he's having the time of his life, right? So now they have broken up and it's gone their way, and she's with Lonzo Ball. She's in her late 30s, dating this young guy, still playing the same old role. Like, we can do this all day. There's been plenty of these relationships that y'all don't know about that goes on. So this is just an example of just a few, and it's pretty dangerous. These women are playing a very dangerous game. Some people understand it, some people don't. And who can forget our boy LBJ? Remember, Drake the one brought it out publicly. So now, hey, we normally talk about this stuff in private on the Patreon. We don't come on YouTube and talk about the exploits of what's going on behind the scenes. But since people wanted to know, let's straighten it out. Now, here's the situation. Just so we can all be clear here. Oh no, I don't want nothing to do with this. Close that out. Bet. Now, just to be clear here, let's go over a couple of things that's of some grounds of importance. This is a rumor, but Sophia Jamora is a Laker groupie. Somehow she has her bills paid. She always sits courtside at games, and they have a house that's not that far from where the Lakers, like the players, live, and it's convenient for them to get to this area. Um, she seems to be taken care of all the time by the organization. She knows everybody in the staff, and she doesn't cause waves. She ends up being just basically a buffer to keep players happy and comfortable. And she seems to be paid to do so. That's what it appears to be. Now, apparently, and word around the campfire is that LBJ used to have this as a warm little side piece. Now, the thing of it is, she was dating one of his teammates. Yeah. In style, Cal Kuzma. Cal Kuzma and her were dating, and apparently, allegedly, LeBron James wanted a piece of it. And they were at gambling spots, and he would hire her and the rest of her girls to come in and be servers for people like his friends that were there who gambled with him. Rich is there gambling, Mav or Gilbert Arenas or whoever he might have with him. Sophia would come and bring some of the girls, her friends. And this is how she made some money. Kyle Kuzma wasn't happy with that, but he's a rookie, and that's basically her job is to basically be the buffer for these rookies so they can get their row off, so they go find out who they want to be with. So she gets paid for her time for taking care of the rookies that come on to the Los Angeles Lakers. So you get perks for being on the Lakers. Now, apparently, it's all those girls' dreams to get with LeBron, and allegedly, some things went down, and the relationship with LeBron and Cal Kuzma didn't go pretty well because of it. You've seen Cal Kuzma push LeBron on defense, go play defense, but he didn't get traded. LeBron allegedly wanted him off the team. They tried to trade him in the first initial trade, but Jenny Buss came in and said, "No, no, who's trading Cal Kuzma? No, we're not trading Cal Kuzma." So she saved him from going to New Orleans, and they amended that trade in the first draft. He was originally supposed to go with Brandon Ingram and everyone else, but that didn't happen. So, in the end of the day, things changed, and he ended up staying on the team longer, and those two worked it out. And he wasn't with her no more anyway, and who knows where she went after that, but it got a lot of smoke at the time. And we all know what Joe Jackson Hayes did as a member of the New Orleans Pelicans. This incident happened, which made them trade him to LA to move her closer to where he was in protection of the situation. Pelicans got rid of Jackson Hayes, said, "Hey, go to the Lakers. They want you." So as he went to the Lakers, to put him in closer proximity to the woman that he just assaulted. Um, Not a funny matter, but he was dragging her through the house and reportedly punching and hitting her and shoving her around. She's a little woman. She threatened that she would call the police on him for what he was doing for her alleged involvement with another NBA basketball player. And that player had just happened to be on the Los Angeles Lakers. And he didn't like the fact that he felt she lied about it and she was at that house. Like I said, she gets paid to entertain and host what they call host situations. And, he didn't like it. And she went over there, didn't answer her phone, and she said she was asleep and she didn't go this time. He didn't believe her and started to investigate the house and come over himself. And there was an incident with a dog, and she's like, "Your big dog attacked my little dog," and he's she's like, "I need you to leave," and he ain't going for it. He thinking she's trying to break up with him to get with another Laker player, uh, uh, a guy that was on the Lakers, and that's how the situation went. And we move on. Now I could be here all night doing this. I can't. We probably have to do it in waves. But as you can see, this is a trend. These guys all sleep with the same type of chicks. Man. Some people understand it is what it is, and other people get feelings with these girls. And then it becomes situations that are out of control. So this is a teachable moment for you young people out there. Don't get attached to these women that you don't really know. You knew what they were when you got with them. Okay. And then you thinking like she's feeling the same way I'm feeling because now my feelings are changing and she's still on business. Don't get offended that she's still on business. What she do, my guys, what she do. So make sure you do what you do in that situation. It's up. All right. It's your boy Carcino. I'm out. Shouts out to my Patreons. If y'all watching this later, because Patreon gonna have it for first for a minute. So y'all might not see it for a while. But if you do see it, remember, join the Carcino for Life Patreon. Glad everybody hit the like button. Donate to the Cash Out, which is Carcino. And I'm out the door. Patreons,